Hello and welcome to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Chamber of Commerce, brought to you by our good friends at Cox Communications. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO of the Destin Chamber, and glad to be your MC this month. We got three great guests with us, and so sit back and enjoy the show. Our first guest comes to us from Fort Walton Beach Medical Center, Todd Jackson, the Chief Operating Officer. Todd, good to have you with us.
Thanks, Shane. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Yeah, good. You guys are busy. A lot going on at the hospital.
We are. You know, the summer months is not slow season for us.
Right.
As most people can attest with all the traffic out and about. So it's been a really busy year so far, and we're really excited about some of the things that we've been able to accomplish and check off. So
yeah, you know, it's always interesting talking to folks that are in the medical field. You say, well, are you busy? How's the business? Because you don't really want that business to be good, but
yeah.
You know, a lot of people need your assistance and that kind of thing. A lot of projects going on with the hospital right now with the medical center, not just the hospital, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But tell us some of the construction projects that are going on over there.
Well, if you've driven by the main campus over in Fort Walton, you've seen a lot of construction happening really over the last year and a half. We are wrapping up with what will have been an 18-month renovation and expansion of our emergency department. That's been the biggest project that we've had at the main campus. When that opens at the end of August, 1st of September, we will have a 40-bed emergency department. Of course, we brought our trauma services online last year.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Absolutely. And so we'll have our 2 trauma bays. We'll have 38 additional treatment rooms that make up that 40 bed complement. Really excited about the finished product. It was a 3-phased project. Phase 1 and 2 of course have finished up, and those are open and being utilized in this 3rd and final phase, which is really the center core section of our emergency department. We got another couple months before that comes online, but really excited about the finished product. There's a dedicated area within the ER for pediatric patients, and that setup and that space is certainly conducive for that patient population, and then just anybody else that needs emergency services. So that's the biggest piece. The second construction project that we've had over at the main campus has been a renovation of our first floor. So for anybody that's been to the main campus there in Fort Walton, it is a night and day difference in what we've been able to do in the first floor that culminated with the grand opening of our new main lobby. So we expanded our main lobby, added some additional entrances and exits within that space. As part of that grand opening, we had, this was really neat, we had 4 pieces of robotic technology that we use in our operating room. We had them set up in the main lobby, and our surgeons that use this equipment were able to demonstrate to various members of the community and other invited guests what they're able and capable of doing with that technology. So that was really neat to see that as part of that grand opening of the
technology is changing everything.
It is.
It is.
It is.
And so it's interesting to see it get into the medical field, the medical profession now too. All right, people think about Fort Walton Beach Medical Center and they think about the main hospital there in Fort Walton Beach. You guys have got a couple of other campuses that do other things with the Rehabilitation Center and the ER. Can you talk about those 2 things for a minute?
Sure. So our Destin ER, for those that have lived, worked, or played in that community, know that opened up in March of last year. So we are coming up just past our 1-year anniversary of the opening of that new campus location right off Tequesta Drive. So what a great benefit and boon, I think, for folks that live there. That is a full-fledged emergency department. And I want the audience who's listening to really appreciate what that means, right? So if you go there, you are going to be seen and treated by a board-certified emergency medicine physician. You're going to have registered nurses, radiologic technicians, medical laboratory technicians.
It's almost a mini hospital, because I've toured it a couple of times.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, and you saw it when we did our ribbon cutting. It is, it's really impressive, and it's great to have that in the community in case you need it, right? Nobody ever wants to go to the emergency department, but if you do, it's there. And so they're busy. Certainly the summer season, we always see an uptick in business with our tourists that that come to our community to spend a little vacation time. So we have that, and then the other campus you mentioned, Rehab Institute in Northwest Florida, off of Airport Road. They are undergoing a 10-bed expansion. That project will conclude next month in July. When that opens, they will become a 30-bed unit for post-acute services. And so what they do in that space, when I talk about rehabilitation, it's physical rehabilitation.
Right.
So these are individuals that may have had a stroke, they may have had some type of complex orthopedic procedure, and they need just a little additional support to get them ready to go back home. So that they can take care of themselves and do what it is that they want to do. So that's what that particular center is used for, and it's been a nice addition, and we're excited about opening the 10-bed expansion.
And Rebecca and her team over at the Rehab Center do a great job. Yeah, my daughter worked for her the year between undergrad and going to medical school, and so I know it well, and they do a really good job over there.
We last year we started a medical student program at the hospital, and that's one of their favorite rotations, is spending time with Rebecca and Dr. Anthony Dakotas, our medical director, and the rest of the team out there, because of the work that they do. It's really phenomenal to see.
And it's great to have those kinds of facilities in this area.
Sure.
I mean, it really
you don't have to
with all
travel
the retirees and all of that is really good. We got about a minute left. You guys have just gotten some recognition for patient safety as well. Tell us what that was and what that means to the hospital and to the medical center.
Well, I tell you what it means to the community is that you have world-class care right here. You don't have to travel to a big city. We were recently named a Leapfrog A-rated hospital for the 7th time in a row. Us and our sister facility, Twin Cities, shares that same accolade. We are the only 2 hospitals in a 3-county area that have that A-rated score: Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. So really excited to have that accolade, and I think that speaks to members of our medical staff, our teams that work at all 3 of our locations that help us achieve that kind of outcome. It's publicly reported data. The data speaks for itself, and that's how you get that letter grade. It's an independent organization that analyzes our information, and they come out with these letter grades. So we're really excited to have that, and the community should be too.
Yeah, and whenever we can expand health services, it's always a good thing.
Sure thing.
Todd, thanks for being with us today. I told you 8 minutes flies by.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much for what the medical center does, not just in healthcare, but for the communities, for the chambers of commerce, not just ours, but all of them in the community.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And sit back and relax and wait for our next guest. You're going to enjoy it.